Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Break. My name is Nir Bashan. I'm the McGraw-Hill author of a book called The Creator Mindset. It is there and there, somewhere up there. It is the book about creativity at work, and I am so excited to have author Dr. Mindy Weinstein here, who published a book called The Power of Scarcity, and this book is really incredible. Welcome, Mindy, to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is fun. Scarcity is a topic near and dear to my heart. I'm sure I read the book and I saw at the end, you have everybody coming up to you asking, telling you about their scarcity story. I have a scarcity story too. I'm a watch collector. I'm a watch nut. And it's constant, scarcity and constant getting on lists and trying to get these watches. I'm incredibly lucky. Thank you, Watches of Switzerland, for being amazing to me. But it's a topic that really touches us, especially right now. Mindy, why is this book so important for people to read?
So for me, I'm going to tell you a little backstory real short. In my PhD program, I was studying general psychology, and I was very interested in what motivates us and influences us. And this is before the pandemic. So before the toilet paper shortage and all the runs to the store and the empty shelves. And I realized really quickly that out of all the influence factors, scarcity is the strongest because it's primal. Our brain reacts to scarcity. We hyper-focus, we take mental shortcuts, we make quick decisions, and we don't even realize it half the time. And it comes back from our early ancestors. They were always trying to overcome scarcity. Now, fast forward, I love what you're talking about your watch, which I actually talk about watches in my book, so you probably loved that chapter. Our brains don't understand that, okay, it's not a scarce resource to survival, it's a wait list for a watch. It is a limited edition product. It is a temporary sale. And so we react to it. So that is why I took all this research I did and made it into a business book, because that information needs to get out there.
Mindy, I don't want these watches. I need them.
It's
like air to me. I need them. Okay, so great. You might have a naysayer out there that says, you know what? It's just artificial supply and demand, right? Well, what do you say when people say that?
It is so much more than that. It's very complex. And that's why, take the psychological perspective of it. And really, I'm not going to get into all of these because that's what the book is for, but there's actually 4 different types of scarcity. And so knowing how to use those different types in your business and knowing which customer that appeals to makes a huge difference. So it's not just simply supply and demand, and it needs to be something that's genuine and authentic, which you can do.
Love it. My guest today on Coffee Break is Dr. Mindy Weinstein. She published a book called The Power of Scarcity. It is a super, super good book and a very quick read. It took me maybe 2.5 hours, Mindy, and I got it all. The thing that was super impressive about this book is that you were able to give so many case studies, and I loved how you took this concept of scarcity, gave us the psychological background, but then you were able to apply it case by case. What in this book is something that our listeners can apply today, right? They're listening to us on this wonderful podcast and they're like, scarcity, that sounds good. What can I use from that right away?
Oh, I love that question. And I'm glad to hear that feedback too, because that's what I was going for. It's got to be actionable. We got to see this. Think about your own business. And is there a way that you can create some type of unavailability or restriction of some type, whether that is a temporary promotion, whether that is an exclusive event, an exclusive group? Is it something just in your wording that you can do if you're a consultant? I mean, there's so many different things, but think about your business and what can you do just to change a little bit about the wording. Maybe it's just marking something on your website as bestseller. That's going to trigger that scarcity mindset, I guess I should say, with your customers, and they're going to make that purchase.
Absolutely. It's incredible how this concept, the book again called The Power of Scarcity, Mindy Weinstein, the author, the McGraw-Hill author, wonderful, wonderful book. It's crazy. After I read the book, I started looking at different it's everywhere, right? It's from booking hotels to 1-800flowers.com. It's literally everywhere. And it is part and parcel to the human condition. It's wild. What a fantastic book. Mindy, how did this, and I'm all about creativity, right? So how did this book make us more creative?
Oh, there are so many ways. And so with the book, you will start thinking about different ways that you could apply it, and in a creative way. As I said, we don't want to have artificial scarcity. We want scarcity that's genuine, which means that, well, looking at my customer base, is there something that I can do? Maybe I could bundle a service and make it something that's a limited edition. So you get to think creatively of how can I apply it? And I'll tell you, even if you're a service-oriented business, you can apply it. It doesn't matter your industry. Across the board, there is, with this principle, a way to bring it into your business and get more revenue.
A genuine, honest, and transparent view on the world of scarcity, the power of scarcity, leveraging urgency and demand to influence customer decisions, by Dr. Mindy Weinstein, a fellow McGraw-Hill author. Fantastic book. Mindy, thank you so very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. This was great.